Again. Hi everyone, this is Beata and welcome back to Beata and Bloom. This week I'm by myself and I'll be talking about the latest episode of Insecure like we do every week. And this episode is called Faulty, and essentially it's kind of centered around Nathan and Issa, or a little bit of background of Nathan, which, to be honest, I didn't really care for as much, so I think today is going to be a little bit shorter, and also just because I'm alone, and yeah, but essentially, we're just getting a background of Nathan and his story, and then kind of what's happening between him and Issa, because I think the last scene that we had seen them before is she invited him to hang out, and then she was like, oh, you could stay that night, and then she started crying when they're about to do it. So that was just kind of awkward, and then he dipped. So we're like, okay, are you good? Are you wanting to be friends? What's going on here? But yeah, so I don't know. I guess I'm not really interested in Nathan all the way through. I never really connected with the character, so it didn't really do much for me. Aside from that, I don't know. I just feel like Issa should just like start over, like start seeing new people instead of the same exes or the same people that she was dealing with. So I don't know. I don't know if they're good for each other. I think they're just both kind of a mess and just a little bit trying to figure it out now. So it's a little weird. I mean, it's not weird, but the balance between them two, I'm still skeptical about. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you guys think or what other people feel about the two. I personally hope they can just move past this and decide that, hey, we're just gonna be friends and it's not necessarily like something long term, so let's not push it or like force it, because it does seem a little bit like forceful, to be honest. Thank you. I see two people here, so I appreciate you guys, whoever is here. I can't see the names there, but thank you guys. Aside from that, I don't know, this episode was a little bit boring again. I did like seeing Molly like being interested in guys, although I think they're just like for a moment. So who are the two people? Okay, hey Candace. So it seems like Candace is one of the hey girl, what do you think of the episode? Again, would you guys like to see Nathan and Issa end up together, or do you think that's kind of an odd pairing? I'm hoping it honestly doesn't seem like that. But yeah, aside from that, it was just like them having the block party, or not block party, they're just hanging out at the beach, and then a backstory of Nathan again. I didn't really understand everything about like the family dynamic that he went through of him being manic. Manic? I don't even know what that word means, to be honest. I was gonna look it up and I forgot. Aside from that, yeah, I just want Issa to. I don't. Okay, so you don't want them together too. I just want fresh meat for her. I just want someone new, someone fresh. Maybe someone who kind of has their ish like together already, instead of someone still a little bit figuring it out too. Cause I don't know. I feel like, oh, you know what else aside from Nathan? The only thing, Crenshaw, basically Kofi, the artist who she helped out with at her previous event, that he was talking mad stuff online about her, like bashing her, saying she's a fraud, this and that. So I'm hoping maybe, like, that tension and all of that, they're kind of doing the like push and pull. Maybe they decide that like he actually finally decides to be a nice person and like brings down his guard, and then like they kind of get to know each other, just a new perspective for her when it comes to love interest. But yeah, not right now. He's not an ideal candidate, just because he's trying to bash her career, and sis is out here like still just trying to have fun with Nathan and just hanging out with the day. I would have freaked out personally if my career is like being bashed online, and I know you salaried now, but you don't know how long that's gonna be. So I don't know, just like be apprehensive about like fun as well as work. So that part is also something that caught my eye. Aside from that, maybe Kelly. Oh, Kelly's still holding on strong. Kelly's still holding on strong. She's not drinking, and then she was bonding with the other girl about, oh, you believe in manifestation, girl? Do you journal? Yes, I had a breakthrough, all that lingo. It was kind of funny in the episode. But yeah, again, I'm not very intrigued about Nathan's storyline, so the episode did kind of just, it was just there. I was just going through the motions. Aside from that, we really didn't get much of a storyline besides that, aside from just like fun, friendly banter when they were hanging out and hearing more about Nathan's story and seeing like a little bit of his family or the people who had put him out previously, I guess, and they hadn't seen each other since then. But yeah, again, I'm really hoping that this Nathan thing, but it makes me scared that they likely might end up together. Just they gave him a whole damn episode, you know, like they dedicated most of this episode towards his backstory, so that makes me a little bit nervous that yeah, he's probably gonna be around. They wouldn't have, you know, given him a whole episode if they're not gonna end up together. I don't know. I guess I would just like to see more of their dynamic and see how they're good for each other. Yes, he's very supportive of her, and yeah, he's been he's been great as far as like helping her reach where she's kind of at, just pushing her to do these events and like just cheering her on. But I think she just needed that as a friend, not necessarily like as a partner, because I think they fluctuate a little bit too much. So I don't know. Those are kind of my 2 cents. Again, I'm curious to hearing of you guys if you're intrigued by Nathan or you see that they're good partners or could see them for a longer period of time or what exactly. But I'm not buying it. I'm not convinced. I don't really see the connection romantically. I just think, you know, they're better off as friends or just not even, because she don't know how to act. She don't know how to act around him. So those are kind of my 2 cents of this episode. I don't know what else there really was to mention. Again, was kind of a dull one. So I'm looking forward to the next episode next week, and we'll see it going from there. But yeah, so all right, stay tuned next week. I'll be back again, recapping the next week's episode, and we'll go from there. Again, this is the last season, so we're gonna do this until the season is out. So take care. Bye, y'all. I don't know how to end this.